All right, good afternoon. I thought I'm going to make one more video here real quick, dealing more with the interior of the car, since you've seen so many technical stuff but very little about the interior. Electrically, everything is working in here. The windows, the rear seats, the seat heaters, and everything else. And the only things I really got left, besides of doing a thorough cleanup here, which I haven't done yet, is to deal with the leather seats with the cracks in it. And I got to look at this, and you can see this. The seats are not very worn out, so you sit very comfortably in it. But the cracks and these missing pieces, that of course is something else. So what I did is I went on the internet and I found a company in Indiana which makes custom sheepskin seat covers, and I ordered them for the front seats. I think they're like $300 or something like this, and they wanted to know if the headrests come out. And the cars, if you don't know this, if you've never seen this, there is a push button here. When you depress this here, you can actually pull the seat, the headrest out. It works on the driver's seat, but it doesn't work on the passenger side, which means I have to take out the screws on the bottom and then pull this back cover down, and then I can get to the switch and release it and fix the switch. That's about the only thing which is not working. You can see this, the spacing here is pretty well. I also have no issues with the headliner or with the handles or with the sound system. You can see the lights are all working, every one of them. And so is all the, I don't have the keys in right now, but you have seat heat in the back, and this is the movable rear bench. What I did today is I got the upgrade. As you can see, it I had installed already the steering wheel. That came from Turkey. A fellow over there makes this, I mean, absolutely exquisite woodwork. And I got a burl wood lifter, which I put in this afternoon, which looks really, really nice. And that came from Turkey as well. So now I have to fix this part here, and then we have to get a new trim piece there. And I don't know, I may leave this, I may change this. The ashtray itself is okay, and then I have to remove the sticker stuff which is on there. I have to give this a pretty good cleaning. Otherwise everything, and I'm probably going to clean the carpets, everything else is working just as it is. The headliner, I got a few marks here, they need to be coming out, so I have to give that a thorough cleaning. And this here is sort of a work in progress with my vanity mirror. I have not been able to find a glue or compound which actually will seal this back in there, because that foam is dried out, and there is nothing which any chemicals will adhere to properly. So I got it halfway in, as you can see, but eventually I have to take this back out and redo this. The sliding roof, the sunroof, has a new seal which seals the whole thing up, works perfectly with the upright position in this way, and opening and closing with no issues. And the back is the same story. The speakers are working excellently. You can see I have some dirt here. I have the original manual in here, and then we have the original first aid kit here, which has never been used, thank God. It's always better when you don't need it. And this probably needs a new cover, or at least a new trim seal around it. The rear window is fully sealed, and the thing works. And as you can see, they had put this stuff in, and that is starting to come out. I have been somewhat reluctant to remove it, because you have to work with the heat gun, and as you can see, we have these little heat wires in there for the rear defrost, and I don't want to damage this, so I have to see how am I going to get this out. The headrests in the back here, they're working also without any problems. They can be adjusted in height, and so is the armrest here. So you can see this as an executive vehicle. You got quite something going here. I mean, there's plenty of space. A good cleaning job, you know, armor all and that good stuff, and then this car looks like brand new on the interior. No issues. The door seals are all good. Window seals are good. And then here we can turn that light on. It's working. And my ashtrays, which I haven't used here, they need to be corrosion a little bit in there on those. They have never been used. It was a non-smoking vehicle. Yeah, so I just thought I'd give you a short update on this. Let's see. Oh yeah, with the sound system. On this particular model, what they did is they put that more fancy Becker radio in there originally. And underneath the bench here, when you remove the seat, there's an amplifier in there with 2 channels. So they're coming out with a loudspeaker signal, 2 to 16 ohms, probably 4 watts. And they're going into this booster, which that really is. And then it goes from the booster to your fader, front and rear, left and right. So you have 2 channels coming to the front, and then it splits there to the 4. Top and door, top and door. And then in the rear, you have a 3-way system in here. This is already this upgraded system. I don't know if this is the Bose system or if this is still the regular. I don't know who the manufacturer was of those speakers, but this is basically it. And then on the front there you can see the rain damage. This is the trim piece, which definitely has to be replaced, and I probably get the trim pieces from the same fellow on eBay over in Turkey who made the steering wheel, because he got a complete trim set for this car, and that way we can get this back looking like brand spanking new. And I cannot get this cover, which goes into that little tray there. There's one latch broken off and it won't hold. It's laying in there. And Mercedes-Benz doesn't have it anymore, so I have to hunt one down and see if I can find it. But I thought that gives you a better update of what it looks like. I think the switch panel itself is in a good shape. See this, the air conditioning is working, of course, with the dials and everything. And all the switches, as you can see, are working exactly as they are intended to. And for the armrest, I couldn't find a good one either, so I got this cover here on eBay for like 35 bucks, because it had a big piece missing in the left front. So this way it is covered up for the moment. I thought about doing the car seats. You can buy the leather from a company on eBay, but you have to take the seats out, and then you have to disassemble these seats, and they're very complicated, into every single piece, because those are the ones which have the height adjustment, forwards, backwards, the seat heat, and God knows what else. And all of the stuff has to be disassembled, and then you have to strap this over. This is really for a saddle maker, you know, for someone who does it, but you don't find many people anymore who have that kind of a knowledge. Maybe in Texas they do, but not out here. You know, the boot maker and saddle makers, they can do something like this. Well, anyway, that gives you an update. This is pretty much what the car got. I think for $750, we hit the jackpot with this thing. You know, I mean, it is clear there's work to be done, you know. Even if you spend $5,000 on a car, if that's 30 years old or older, you will be doing work on it. It's a project car, no matter how many miles you got on there. Just the age will do it. And so I got lucky here. I put some money in it, but the overall condition is a pretty decent one. And with that, have a great afternoon.